So thank you so much, good, my excellent friends. Like I said, with the heart, the first order of business is to determine which is the anterior side. And we're doing it in there. So, do you think this is the anterior side? Look at the interventricular sulcus over here. Which one do you think this might be? This might be the posterior interventricular sulcus, like we said in the lecture. Okay, boom, boom, boom. So I do my rounds. I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I found it. Okay, so, and you can see top sloping from this top right, just that's why I do it, and bottom left. Okay, all right. So this is the anterior interventricular sulcus, which means this is the anterior side. Okay, so the heart sits in like that in your chest. Okay, and like I said, the heart is kind of sort of, you see, this is the front, and then it's tilt to the front like that, and then it's like that. So that's exactly how it happens. So this is the right side is to the front, and the left side is to the back. That's what I was trying to say in the lecture right there. Okay, it's a good thing we're doing that in the lecture in this. So sometimes, oh, you're out of space. I'm sorry. This right here, if I put a pin and I'm talking about the chamber of the brain, of the heart, you say left ventricle. Remember, I said the left ventricle includes the apex. And if I put a pin over here, I'm talking about what's the chamber of the heart? The right ventricle. In the exam, you don't have to say anterior interventricular sulcus, okay? You can just call it interventricular groove or interventricular sulcus. I'm okay with that, okay? We already know this is the anterior side, okay? But if you say anterior interventricular sulcus, all great, really good. I'll be so happy. And this right here, we said this is one of the major blood vessels coming out of the right side. So this is the pulmonary trunk, right? This is the pulmonary trunk, okay? And this part here, which we said is the auricle, which side? Is the left auricle, right? It's coming from the left side. So left auricle, okay? And therefore this is the right auricle, okay? This blood vessel here going into the right auricle, you see this? So if I put a pin anywhere on the right auricle, because sometimes you can't really see these veins, this will be the vena cava, okay? You don't have to say superior or inferior vena cava, just vena cava will be fine with me, okay? Now this one right here, you could see it's curving and it's thick. The thickest and the most elastic, you see how it's elastic, I can even press it like that. And so that's the aorta. Aorta right here, and this is the brachiocephalic trunk. The brachiocephalic trunk splits into the right subclavian artery and the common carotid artery. That's why it's called a trunk. Okay. The right subclavian vein, the left subclavian vein is off the aortic arc. Okay. We'll do that when we do next. Okay, but don't worry about that. I just sort of mentioned it. But know the aorta. Okay, the brachiocephalic trunk right here, and then of course the pulmonary trunk right here. And then if I put a pin on the left auricle and I'm talking about the blood vessels there, usually they cut off those blood vessels. Those will be the pulmonary veins. There's 4 of them coming into the left side. And if I put it on the right auricle and I'm talking about what blood vessel is that, you just say vena cava. Okay? If you say superior, inferior, it's okay, but vena cava is good for now. Okay? And then those are the 4. Okay? And then we got the auricles, and then we got the interventricular sulcus. Then we cut from the left side, we leave it hanging by the right ventricle, atrium right there, ventricle. We open it and see what's inside. Okay? This ridge here that separates the ventricles, the left from the right from the left, okay, on this side, is the interventricular septum. Right? Interventricular septum. So this is the left side. What are these big grooves right here? These big muscular ridges. The muscular ridges, the meat, the flesh, the green, carne asada. Yeah. So this is trabecular. Don't write carne asada. Say trabeculicani, okay? If you write carne asada, I'll just laugh. But I won't give you points. trabeculicani. Okay, trabeculicani. You can see this whitish layer is the endothelium, which is nice and smooth. Okay, now you can chime in, my excellent friend. These string-like structures, what are these called? Cordai tendini. Cordai tendini. And you can see these little bumps. Look at this bump here. What is this bump? Papillary muscle, and is connected to the cordai tendini. Okay. So what is this valve here on the side, on the left side? What's this valve? On the left side? Bicuspid. It kind of turns out that the way you can figure this out, you know, the left side, you tend to think it's got more, like it will have more. Well, the right side, you know, usually has more. So it's got 3. When you're right, you got more. You're positive, so you got 3 cusps. When you are on the left, you're wrong. You got 2 cusps. Well, but the left side really pumps to the body, which is very important. But that's how you can sort of figure that out. Okay. So bicuspid on the left side, and then this one now on the right, which is smaller. This is the tricuspid. Okay. One would say, okay, why do you have 3 on the right and 2 on the left? Why? Did you all think about that at some stage? Maybe not. But why? Why would you think so? Okay. Well, I'll tell you why. Scientists don't really know why, but I think, you know, I'm just sort of using reasoning and the way the body makes sense, and it's common sense. Well, on the left side, because the rest of the vein, the cusp is attached to the body, okay, to the ventricular myocardium. The only part that can have any leak will be the central part that separates the cusps. So you will have less leaks if you just have the one cusp rather than the 3 cusps on the right. You may have a bit of leak. So the seal is tighter because you only have that one seal in the middle. So maybe on the left side, which pumps, and there's a lot of force. Remember I said it pumps the same volume of blood but with greater force. So you don't want it, there's a chance for leak, so you only have 2 cusps on the right. Makes sort of sense, right? Yes? Excellent. Now in the atrium, I said the auricle has got these muscular ridges in them. Do you see the muscular ridges? What are these called? Musculi pectinati, my favorite word. Musculi pectinati. You all thought it was trabeculicani? Maybe not. Musculi pectinati, or pectinate muscles. Okay. All right, and you can see the smoothness in the other back wall of it. Okay. Musculi pectinati. All right. And then on the right side, you see this band here that connects this papillary sort of muscle to the other side, or to the ventricular septum. This is the moderator band. Okay. Sometimes we call it septomarginal trabeculae. Okay, but we call it moderator band. That's septomarginal trabeculae or moderator band. Okay. That's one thing I didn't mention in the lecture, the moderator band. I think I sort of skipped that, but anyway, there it is, moderator band on the right side. Okay. I think that's all the parts for the heart, really. And like I said, you can always tell which is which side is which, because the left side has the apex and the right side doesn't, and the right side is smaller too. And of course, the moderator band confirms this is the right side. Okay, so therefore this is the tricuspid, and this is the bicuspid valve. Thank you guys.